Another day, another affront to cinema parading about in the guise of a family film. Today, I'm dredging through the muck to talk about Shaun the Sheep movie. And just when I thought the bar couldn't get any lower, here we are, staring into the abyss of infantilism. First, we must address the blatant disregard for the sanctity of dialogue. Not a single line is spoken throughout this entire charade. Each expression, each gesture, is left to waggle in the wind without the dignity of human speech. This is cinema in the mime's straitjacket, locked in a silent scream for originality. And oh, the plot, a derivative concoction if ever there was one. Shaun, the farm animal with ambitions larger than his pen, longs for a day off. How quaint. How original. As if we haven't seen the same trope recycled ad nauseum since Ferris Bueller's Day Off, only now the protagonist can't even bother to articulate his rebellion. Let's not forget the sheer audacity of a scene where our ovine protagonist dons human attire. A sheep in a sweater, how novel. It's the cinematic equivalent of putting lipstick on a pig, or should I say wool on a sheep. The scene strives for comedy but lands squarely in the pit of try-hard slapstick. A far cry from the subtlety of Chaplin or the elegance of Keaton. And the pacing, it's like watching paint dry if the paint were made of cheap narrative conveniences and lazy storytelling. The film lumbers from one contrived scenario to another, under the guise of a children's adventure, but do not be fooled. The sheep are leading us, the viewers, to the slaughter. The animation, a medium with limitless potential, reduced to mere gimmickry. Where the greats of animation brought us works of profound beauty, like Miyazaki's breathtaking worlds or the painstaking craft of Leica's stop motion, Shaun the Sheep movie squanders this legacy on superficial hijinks and mediocre design masquerading behind a brand. Let us address the villain, an animal catcher named Trumper. How symbolic, given that this character feels like a rejected caricature from a much better satire. His menace is as flat as the cardboard world he's drawn upon, belonging more in a half-baked video game than in a story worthy of the silver screen. As for the resolution, where our woolen heroes miraculously make it back to their pastoral prison, is nothing short of insulting. The filmmakers opt for the tired message of "there's no place like home," rather than exploring any semblance of depth or nuance. It's a paint-by-numbers finale for a film that could very well have been scribbled by toddlers. In conclusion, Shaun the Sheep movie is a microcosm of everything wrong with the film industry today. It's safe, soulless, and utterly sterile. Much like the sheep it parades about, it follows the flock of mediocrity, content with grazing on the barren pastures of creativity. As a lover of film, I urge you, nay implore you, to demand more from your cinema. Seek out the art that challenges, inspires, and refuses to insult your intelligence with such banal fodder.